Good morning, Kurt here with Teach Mom How. Today I'm going to show you how to edit video clips in iMovie. More specifically, I'm going to show you exactly how to edit, cut, trim video clips within iMovie. This is the desktop version. If you're looking for tutorials or iMovie tutorials on how to edit on the phone, check out the complete playlist of my iMovie tutorials in the description. But it is easier and more robust on the desktop version. That's why I'm making this tutorial. So let's dive in, go into the project that you'd like to work on. Okay, so we're going to edit some clips here. Just show you, it doesn't really matter what the clips are. I'll just grab a couple of my kids. So there's a couple ways to edit in iMovie, okay? First way is you click and drag your clip into your timeline. The raw entire clip. This one's 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. 2.4 minutes long. Okay, so you can play the clip.
I'm running through the rain, which I already did a little bit, but now I'm going with you guys. Now the camera is gonna follow me
and
into
you can
the rain.
just watch. You can just watch until it gets to where you want to edit. Okay, so we can go along here and let it play. We can also scroll through it faster by clicking and drag, or actually you don't even click, you just drag along here. This playhead will go along and we can go through it faster if we'd like to. Okay, so we'll go right up until this point where he turns the camera and it gets all crazy. Alright, so we'll go right up to there. Alright, so we can play up to that point, and then let's say, okay, so let's say for example, okay, I want to keep all this in, and then it gets all crazy, I can't see anything that's happening, and then I want to come back in here, right here, where the camera gets a little bit more stable. Alright, so first thing is I want to get it to what's called my out point, where I want this clip to go out, where I want it to end. Okay, so right here before the camera gets really crazy. Now I'm going to do what's called a split clip to cut this clip in half, or in where this playhead is. So I can hold Control and click, and it will pop up this option to split the clip. I can also push Command B, and that will split the clip. And I can also go to Edit, and choose Split Clip, which is, I have to have this selected, Edit. Where's it located? It's located under Modify, I'm sorry. Modify Split Clip is my third option, okay? So as I edit this, I'll do it all three ways so you can get used to the different ways. My favorite is just to right click or command click right here. Sorry, control click. I'm giving you the wrong commands. Control click, then split the clip. There you go. So now that's split. I could, if I didn't want any more of this, I could just delete it. All right, and be done. But I want more of it. I just want to take out some parts. So Command Z, by the way, is how you undo an edit that you don't want. So I can do that. Now I'm back in here. Now I can just keep watching it.
Okay,
by the way, space bar will play and pause your video. Or of course I can scroll to go faster. I'm going to scroll until it gets not so crazy. Come back in right here. If I want to move one frame at a time, to be precise, I use my left and right arrows. This is back one frame at a time, left arrow back, right arrow forward one frame at a time. So let's go right before she comes into the screen. Hover my mouse right on that point, and I'm going to split the clip again. Command B, split the clip again. Now you'll see I've got 3 clips. So to remove this middle one with the garbage video, I click it, I select it, I push delete. Now I've made a cut.
Okay, come inside. Now you guys are gonna come with me to go in the water.
Okay, now the camera's gonna get really bad, so I want to cut this out. All right, so right here, I'll cut it. The third way to cut it is to get this playhead here and go up to do modify and choose split the clip. Okay. And then it gets all crazy. Let's decide where I want to come back in. None of it's very good. She did not film this very good, but we'll come in right before she sits down in the water. Come in right there, okay? Again, Command B is my shortcut to split that clip. We'll get rid of this one. Let that go.
Okay, my knees are in.
By the way, you can't start a camera portrait mode. Start a movie clip portrait mode, and then go landscape mode like she did. Otherwise, it looks wrong. Okay, now it gets really bad. So we're going to end right there. So again, right here, I hold Control, click, split clip, and I just delete the rest of the video. All right, there you have it. I made a few different cuts, cutting a video clip from one clip down to how I wanted it. That's one way to edit your clips. Now I'm going to show you another technique that's called trimming. Okay, so trimming is where, let's say again, I drag the entire clip into my timeline. All right, this is a short clip. It's 2.8 seconds. Probably wasn't a good example, but I'll still use it. Okay, so I drag this down into the timeline, and I now can trim from the beginning. I can trim where the end point is, meaning where the clip starts, by clicking and dragging. I can go longer, up as long as the clip is, and I can do the out point, the end of the clip. I can have it end where it naturally ends, or I can trim. I can click and drag to make it shorter. Now, if a clip's really long and you need to see it better, you can zoom in and out. This right here is your zoom. Right here, I'm zooming in. You'll see that it gets bigger. It means I'm zoomed in. This is if I need to be more precise, right? And if I got a really long video and I want to see all my different clips, I can zoom clear out where I can see more clips. Okay, that's the second way. That's called trimming. Now the third way, essentially you're still trimming, but you can do it right up here in your media before you even put it down into the timeline, and that way you only put in clips that you want in there. Sometimes this is easier. It depends what you're trying to do. So if you double click on a clip, it will pull it up here where you can watch it. And you can go to the start of that clip and you can push play. Okay. So actually that's not the start. Let's go clear the start.
And today I'm running through the rain, which I already did a little bit. And now I'm going with you guys.
So let's say I want it to go out right there. Okay. I would have this clip where I want it, and I'd push the O button for out. I for in, O for out. And you'll now see that it made a really short clip. Now if I click and drag this, that drags the whole thing, sorry. This is really hard because it's small. I wish you could zoom in on this portion of it, but you can't. That's why I end up editing it down here a lot. Anyways, let's try this again.
And today I'm running through the rain, which I already did a little bit. And now I'm going with you guys.
Okay, so now my out point, this is where I want it to end. I push O. You'll see these two handles. I can click and drag, I can trim there and make it longer or shorter, but what I want to do is I want to click it and see if it's hard to do when it's this short of a clip. Okay, I've got to hover where it turns into that arrow right there. Now I can click and drag it into my timeline, and there you have it. There's that clip. If I need to make it shorter, I can then trim it and put it to here, and then I can go through the clip even more. I can keep watching and say, okay, all right, let's say I want a clip to start here, even though this is a terrible place to start the clip, and I want it to play for a little while.
Okay, my knees are in. Oh my button.
I can stop, push O for out point. Now I've got another clip. I've got to hover and get that. It's hard to do when it's that short. It'll take a little longer. Got to hover and get that selection arrow. Now I can click and drag it down here, and if I need to edit it further, I can trim it on either end. Okay, so there you have it. That is how you edit videos in iMovie. That's how you cut your clips and you put them together. I've shown you 3 different ways. The most common way that I do it in iMovie, just because I find it easier, is I drag the entire clip into the timeline and I split the clip where I want to, and I take out the parts that I don't want. So there you have it. Go play around with it. If you want more how-to tutorials on iMovie, I put out new videos every single week. So subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when new videos come out. Have a great day.